Today, I'm going to share 10 highly effective chess traps. You'll learn how to trap your opponent's queen quickly, quietly, and in ways they never see coming. We'll cover 5 traps for black and 5 traps for white. Some of these ideas are surprisingly sneaky, while others can punish even experienced players. Let's jump right into it. For our first trap, we'll be facing the Catalan opening, also known as the anti-Nimzo-Indian. d4, knight f6. c4, a typical move in queen's pawn openings. Pawn to e6. After knight jumps to f3, just continue with d5. g3, setting up the Catalan opening. Preparing to fianchetto the bishop on g2. We capture the pawn! If white responds with queen's knight to d2, attacking the pawn, you can offer another pawn. If d takes c, now we simply recapture the pawn. White cannot capture the pawn. It's poison. We unleash a tactical shot with check. The king is forced to capture the bishop, and then white's queen falls. Okay, let's go back. So knight can't carelessly capture the pawn. Or, if white sticks to the consistent move, fianchettoing the bishop to g2. Then castling short. What's your move here? Feel free to pause the video. Let's brutal! Check. After king takes bishop, it's time for your knight to start dancing. Check. No matter where the king goes, you're winning. If the king goes to f1, fork the king and the queen. Or what if the king decides to run back home instead? You keep attacking the queen, and even the bishop looks a little disappointed. The question is, where can our beautiful queen run? Well, she only has one escape square. A 4, check. You block with the bishop. At this point, the queen is completely lost. There isn't a single square left for her to escape. If the queen goes to a 5, we capture her with our queen. And if she takes the pawn instead, your knight gets a full meal by gobbling up the queen. Or alternatively, the queen has 2 dark squares to escape to, wherever she goes. For instance, goes to b4, the knight jumps to c2. After king moves, we capture the queen. Hey bro! What if here, white continues with the king to g1? A square that looks very comfortable. What? In fact, this is even worse. Checkmate cannot be avoided. After the queen goes to b6, delivering check. King moves aside, and of course, queen g2 is checkmate. Or instead, the pawn blocks the check. Queen captures with check. After the king moves, queen g2 is checkmate. A massive and highly structured attacking combination. Trap number 2. I've got the falkbeer Countergambit. If e takes d, continuing with Marshall Countergambit, of course, attacking the pawn. If d takes e5, this is a blunder. After queen gives check, white immediately falls apart. Pawn blocks. Continue with another check. How's the rook doing? White here should brace for complete chaos. So white usually goes for the pawn on c6. Knight recaptures. Still, pawn cannot capture the pawn because queen goes to h4 with check. And the most common move is knight to f3, controlling h4 while also putting pressure on e5. We attack the knight. And after the knight goes to e5, offering an exchange, continuing with the standard development. If the knight captures the knight, just recapture with a pawn. According to the database, white's popular move is bringing the bishop to b5, attacking the pinned knight twice. Say, I'm fine, just preparing to castle. Hey bro, look, white can't castle because your bishop is a monster controlling the position. If knight captures knight, attacking the queen, it also creates a discovered check threat. Don't be sad. No need to play bishop to d7. Just take the knight. After bishop recaptures, forking king and rook? Oops! There must be a mistake here. Let's calm down and think for a moment. Yes, just block. If bishop takes bishop, just recapture it. Or, if the bishop is sharp enough, it can instead capture your rook. No! No! The rook! Thanks, bro. White queen dead. You win! If the bishop comes back, it's check. Don't be fooled. Your bishop doesn't need to retreat. Just slide the king to f8. Then you capture the queen. If queen takes, of course knight takes. Please continue from this position. You are winning in material. Look, both minor pieces are active on f2. Queen can continue to d4. Here, you are completely dominant. Let's move on. Trap number 3. d4. Knight f6. We're playing the Budapest defense after all. After d takes e, knight jumps into e4. A normal move. Here, you can play bishop to c5, then launch it toward f2. Mate. But let's just continue with b6. Preparing to fianchetto the bishop to b7. Wait a second, bro. Doesn't something feel off here? No! We deliberately lure the queen to d5. What would you play here? The position looks terrifying. Your rook and knight are being roasted by the queen. Okay, let's continue with bishop g7. Attacking queen! The bishop! Okay, just relax. Jump the knight to c6. Then, knight to c5. Queen is immediately trapped. So, queen needs to get out of there immediately. Don't be too quick to go after white's queen. Queen will escape to a 3. We go after the king first. At the same time, controlling a 3. If bishop blocks, now it's time to take down the queen. Queen's only move. Then continue by capturing the bishop with check. No matter what recaptures your bishop. After a 6, white resigns. The queen is trapped. There isn't a single square left for her to escape. You win! Let's continue! Trap number 4. I've got a trap in the Albin Countergambit. If d takes e, top move. Just continue pawn to d4, disrupting the queen's knight. So in many cases, the pawn will go to e3, attacking the pawn. Okay, let's go after the king. If the bishop blocks the check, counterpunch. We capture the pawn, forking the bishop and the pawn. The bishop can't take the pawn because it's pinned down to the king. Hey bro, your bishop is hanging. Oops. Sorry, I just forgot. Well, it's too late now. We take the pawn with check. The pawn is poisoned because the queen falls. So the king has to move to e2. We promote the pawn with check, gaining tempo. And if the rook captures the knight... Thank you. Bishop to b5. Check. A direct stab at the queen's heart. Which means the queen is going to disappear. No matter where the king goes, feel free to continue the game. You're up material, and victory will soon be in your hands. Let's move on! Trap number 5. We're about to destroy Italian game using a secret weapon. Rousseau Gambit. If Gambit is accepted, 99% of your opponents will fall apart in no time. We push the pawn. Knight has to move. If it goes to g5, just take it with the queen. If it heads toward the center, your knight looks pretty hungry here. So usually, queen pins the pawn. Okay, let's break the pin. Then strike the knight. Like it or not, knight has to run back home. Knight to f6. Controlling h5. No queen check. White will usually play aggressively, attacking the central e4 pawn. Stay calm, my friends. Keep the counterattack rolling. Knight to d4. Queen clearly has to leave her cozy square. If queen goes to e3, we capture the pawn, attacking king, rook, and queen at the same time. So queen has to move to protect c2 pawn. And wherever the queen goes, let's say queen runs back home. Yes! After king moves, we take the rook. Or if queen captures the knight instead. Thanks. Discovered check. Then pawn takes queen. And if this queen thinks she's clever and blocks, just take it. Enjoy the game. Trap number 6. This time we're playing white. e4, c5, the Sicilian defense. We continue with Smith-morra Gambit. Smith-morra Gambit accepted. We offer another pawn. After d takes c3, thanks, our knight gets activated for free. And after knight to c6, the most popular Sicilian move, we jump the knight to f3. If black plays knight to f6, just attack it with the pawn. Clearly not the best option for black. So the usual move is d6, controlling e5. And the next move is knight to f6. Okay, let's keep developing. This can be followed by kingside castling. And after knight to f6, there's no need to be afraid. Attack knight and pawn. And no matter what captures your pawn, let's take the most common example, knight takes pawn. Just recapture the knight. Then bishop takes pawn, checkmate. So after a pawn recaptures the knight, yes! King is forced to capture the bishop. Black's queen is dead.
Let's move on. Trap number 7. e4, e5. Knight to f3. If black responds with bishop to c5, Bush-Gas Gambit. Just take. Then we push the pawn. And if black decides to go crazy, for example, bishop strikes the pawn. What? What are you doing, bro? Okay, no problem. Our king is exposed. Black keeps the attack going with a series of checks. You just need to stay calm. No need to hide, just block. And after queen captures the pawn, forking rook and knight, please don't resign. Simply play queen to e2. If queens are exchanged, recapture with the bishop. We're already up a minor piece. Or if the queen takes the rook instead, look at this queen. She just walked straight into the lion's den. We're going to trap the queen. Where is black's queen supposed to go? If queen grabs h2, continue with a discovered check. After king moves, we grab queen. Or even if queen captures your bishop, that's fine too. After king moves, you take the queen anyway. Enjoy the game. You win.
Let's go. Trap number 8. e4, d5. Scandinavian defense. Okay, we're going to play the elephant nail trap. Here, black has two common choices. Either queen goes back home or queen to e5, the modern variation. Let's say queen goes to a 5. Knight jumps to its favorite square. Most black players respond by pinning the knight with the bishop. Let's keep that bishop busy. Because if the bishop retreats, you chase it down with another pawn. After bishop moves away, pawn to d4, followed by knight to e5. This light-squared bishop is going to regret its life choices, and you'll develop much faster as well. Or if black keeps it simple and captures your king's knight, we simply recapture with the queen. Black can't afford to be careless in this position. For instance, knight to f6, or pawn to e6. These are common moves among Scandinavian players. Black is clearly in trouble here. After the queen lands on b7, the rook is as good as gone. Most of the time, black responds with knight to c6. And black might even go for long castling here. Yes, that's a solid choice. We bring out the bishop, attacking the knight for the second time. And remember, this knight is pinned as well. The idea is very clear. Bishop takes knight. After pawn recaptures the bishop, queen recaptures, check. And now the rook is in serious trouble. So the queen has to step in and help the knight. Feel free to pause the video here. What would you play? Okay, and here comes the bandit move. Look, the knight is attacking the queen. That's a poisoned bishop, bro. Just take the pawn. You're also attacking the king, and you'll win the queen as well. Okay, let's go back. So, what is black's move? For example, queen to a5. The idea is still to protect c7. After pawn to b4, black's queen needs immediate medical attention. But unfortunately, it's already too late. Black's queen is gone. Knight cannot capture the pawn. It's still pinned. If the queen goes to a4, this bishop is ready to snap it up. So the queen has no choice. She has to take the bishop, but it's a bitter capture. It's up to you. And from here, continuing the game is easy. You can really put black under pressure. You win! Let's move on. Trap number 9. e4 and e6, the French defense. d4, d5, advance variation. Here the top move is c5, attacking the key pawn. Don't capture it, because it only helps black's dark-squared bishop become more active. Just continue with c3. The wild knight jumps to c6, attacking the pawn. Same boring ideas. Well, what else can we do? Just follow the French player's plan. Knight f3, defending the pawn. The queen comes in, increasing the pressure. I really don't like the French defense. Don't even try to defend it with the bishop. Your pawn is hanging. Better get your king safe. Bro! Yep, your pawn is gone. Oops, I miscalculated there. But it's too late now. Just take it with the pawn. After knight captures, we take the knight back with our knight. Queen recaptures. Relax, bro. You're only down one pawn. And look, after the bishop comes with check, black's queen is completely finished. Feel free to continue the game from here. Trap number 10. We start with the Van Geet opening. The top move here is d5. Then we continue with pawn to e4. And if d takes e, no need to recapture the pawn. Just play bishop to c4. This is the Hector Gambit. Black will usually continue knight to f6, defending the pawn. We attack the pawn again. So after e takes d, we prepare kingside castling. And if this pawn is still greedy and goes to capture on c2, stay calm, bro. This pawn is poisoned. Don't rush into grabbing the queen. Launch your ballistic missile! The king is forced to take. And now it's time to take the queen. The very deadly ballistic missile gambit. Okay guys, those were 10 beautiful ways to trap your opponent's queen. Unusual ideas that will definitely surprise anyone you play against. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. Thank you for watching. Support the channel by subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing if you found this helpful. Thanks, and see you in the next video.